What's good? What they do? It's your boy Purple Lips back with another controversial topic, y'all. Welcome to my channel, and all praises to the Most High. Now, we gonna be reacting to what's the thing called? Hardly initiated podcast, y'all. Now, I thought this was important because, you know, this is how women say they want to hear us talk. You know what I mean? And I understand that. I'm all for the conversation, the healthy conversation. You know, they say they want us to speak life into them. You know what I mean? Speak life into relationships. Want to, we want men to sound like they're happy in relationships and they value relationships. And I'm all for that as well. You know what I mean? So today we have hardly initiated podcast, and they're basically four brothers who not real brothers, but these are four guys who are married. They're all married, and they're speaking today on how they resist from their temptations and how they're so happy in their relationships and the marriage and stuff like that. You know, it's speaking life into women. So here we are talking about speaking a little bit of life into women, and how this is how men talk, I guess, who are married. How married men talk, man. This is how it goes. Let's see what they talk about, y'all.
How do you retrain your brain in this way
Yep.
to like really deal with the lust and temptation at this point?
Yeah.
What does that look
I'll
like?
still be hunting. I'll be hunting every time I walk in the door.
Hey,
You feel
fam,
me?
you-
I'm like, where's that?
That's my kinfolk. That's blood right there. 'Cause like while you was talking, I didn't reel it back in. I just refocused it all. I didn't even pull it back in. That hunter is still there. I
there.
just hunt this one every day. If I'm Tom, she's Jerry.
Sheesh.
So you never catch?
Sheesh.
I catch her, let her go, catch her again, let her go, catch her again. Tom and Jerry had how many seasons, dog?
Yeah.
It never was like, well, Tom finally caught Jerry and ate him.
Right.
It's Tom and Henry now, right? Like no, Tom and Jerry was the same cat chasing the same mouse over and over again.
And look, any man can satisfy a woman for a night. It take a special man to satisfy a woman for a lifetime.
I done heard that one
Hey,
before.
boy,
I like that one.
what?
Facts. I ain't gonna lie. That sounds like a hard duty. Like, how many of us dudes actually feel like no, that's a real question, because like, how many of us dudes, before we get into any kind of relationships and stuff like that, and this kind of my thing, you know, I feel like if we don't got the mentality of these guys, we probably shouldn't even mess with women. You know what I mean? Like, leave them alone until you get to that point. You know what I mean? Like, work on yourself, build your character up, build your stamina up, your health and everything. Get on your grind, your money, everything. Make sure you are on point with who you are as a man before you get to a point where you in a relationship with these women, y'all. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I feel like if a young man don't have these men mentality, man, don't even waste woman time, man. Hold up, man.
Yeah.
You built different if you can satisfy her for a lifetime.
A lifetime?
It take
Like, my bad. I kind of forgot my question, but I remember it now. Like, we need to ask ourselves this for real. As a man, for real, look yourself in the mirror before you go ahead and try to deal with a woman in any kind of way. Any kind of way. Ask yourself, can I make this woman happy for a lifetime? Because if you really think about that, it's a lot of responsibility that you have to upkeep. Not only take on, but upkeep. You know what I'm saying? So that's a legit question, man. It's easy to take care of a woman for a night, for sure. But can you take care of a woman for a lifetime? Gems.
take more work. I can woo you, wine you, and dine you tonight. And I
48 hours?
Yeah.
That was 48 hours. I got this.
I got you
It's on you gonna trick a little bread and do. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But to keep her attention,
for life.
my wife the other day, cause last week I spent in Houston going to the Squire program, like I told y'all about, with my son Nathan. And then we stopped and we stopped at a car charger, cause I got a Tesla. So we stopped at the car charger, and while we was charging it up, I hit Juliet up, and the phone like went and it automatically picked up. Like it didn't even fully ring. And she was like, I was just stalking you. She was like, I was looking at where is the dot? Where is my man? When is he coming home? I said, you was stalking me because you love me. And she was like, that's exactly like I need you home. Like there is a woman. You don't need women. There is a bad chick in the world who wants to know where I am at all times and how much time is it going to be before I'm back in her arms. After 24 years, I still got her doing that.
I mean, I could have understood if homeboy said in her presence. You know, I'd have logged off the screen. You know what I mean? Hearing that, you know what I'm saying? Let me log back in real quick. No, but I mean, I could understand him saying get back in her presence. You know what I mean? She couldn't wait for me to get back in her presence, but get back in my arms. Hey there. Look at this man again.
And how much time is it going to be before I'm back in her arms? After 24 years, I still got her doing that? Yeah, you kill it. I win it. And I don't know how these cats in other countries be having multiple wives and stuff. I can't. That's a lot to manage, brother.
Like, is that winning though? Like, is that winning? I'm not saying he's not winning, but is that winning though? Like leave a comment if y'all feel like that's winning. You know what I'm saying? If it like, you know what I'm saying, or like if that's a good or bad. What's the negative side of that, and what's the bad, the good side of that? You know what I mean? Like, well, is it okay? Does that mean that your woman is controlling you, or is that even controlling? Hey, it might be cool if a woman can control you. I don't know if it's cool if a man can control you. I don't know, man. I don't know. Y'all let me know, man.
I gotta deal with like 4
Sounds a bit controlling.
cycles. Yeah, you lining them all up based on the lunar calendar. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how you would navigate that. It is, you know, y'all heard me talk about this. This is my, you know what I mean? This is my 3rd time. I keep coming back to the beauty of monogamy. The beauty of having one person know you in a way no one else in the world ever will. And I'm like, even though I had this highly promiscuous background, when I came with Juliet, most people have no idea how to plan a date that.
That man advertising something. But I thought that was very important what you said, man. You know, the importance of monogamy. You know what I mean? I know us, man, we get a little bit a little undisciplined. You know what I mean? And I think that we should work on that. But like the power and the strength that you have with monogamy, with one person, the bond that you have with the woman. You know what I'm saying? The comfortability you have in many ways. Obviously, you know, she's not gonna look the same every day. You're not gonna want it every single day. But you know what I mean? The bond that you guys have with one another, comfortability have one another, the strength that the relationship has with monogamy. I hear where you're coming from.
Right? Yeah. However, what I can say is, no one's ever had me. There is no woman that has ever had me emotionally like Juliet has had me. So even though I wasn't a virgin physically, when I came into my union with Juliet, I was a virgin emotionally. And I was still able to give her a piece of me that I've never given another woman. And that level of exclusivity and being able to have that for the rest of my life, exclusive to her, I can call that girl on the phone and by my tone, she will know if I've eaten or not. I thought she was going somewhere else. like literally, I'll call her and she'll be like, how's everything going? And she'll be like, we haven't eaten yet. I'm like, no, we haven't just want to start letting it. She'll call me back after you. Off the tone. She knows I'm very short when I don't eat. So
I feel him on that, y'all. Like I had that before, you know. Like I don't know how many of y'all had an experience like that before, like where somebody kind of know you so well that you didn't even know things about yourself, like, and they pointed out, like, hold on, you didn't drink your smoothie today. I don't know, why? Because when you don't drink your smoothie, you always got an attitude. I don't know. They always realize something about you. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all have that you didn't even realize about yourself. It's like, damn, I ain't even know I be giving attitude when I don't eat. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? Or it's different things. You know, or you can have a drink today, huh? Or you know what I mean? Or go have a drink because you know you're in your little mood. You know what I mean? It's cool when you have someone who know you so well and they pay attention to you so well and they care about you that they want to, you know what I mean, they realize even things that you don't even realize about yourself.
I ain't trying to get used to no new chick, no boo chick, no sugar mama that's like, why you talk like that, Daddy? I ain't explaining this to you. I'm 25 years invested, a quarter of my life is in one woman, and I'm gonna give it up for a night with you? That's not happening. I ain't gonna lie.
Fellas, if you don't got the mentality of this fella right here, leave these women alone, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real though. Because you might as well protect their heart. At the end of the day, you want more virtuous women. So the less that we dog them out, the more that we are sharpened up or we have mentalities like this before we even mess them up, the more we give the higher our chances we're having virtuous women. You know what I mean? If we treat them better in our younger years, we will have more virtuous women in our older years to last us relationships. But if we dog them out in their younger years, we're doing ourselves a disservice. Fellas, if you guys don't have the mentality of monogamy, having a relationship with a woman, respecting her mind and leave her alone. Leave her alone. If you don't want to actually court her, show her the respect that she deserves. And when I say deserve, because that could mean anything. Show her respect entirely. You know, court her properly. Get to know her virtues properly. Communicate with her to know who she is personally. If you're not gonna do these things, leave the women alone. Why? Because we need a shift to change in the next generation. We need the next generation to have more virtuous women in the long term, so we can have relationships that can last. Don't be hurting these women. We be dogging these women out, man. Unless you have mentalities like this guy, leave them alone.
Like, I understand, like we was talking about earlier. You know, I pledged Kappa. I ran amok. I did my thing in the streets. I was for the streets. It's the voice, dog. Immerse me every time. McCray got a movie voice that is just on command, and I'm dead. This summer. On the street. For the streets. Yep. So I understand. I think some of it is a mindset shift too, though. Because if you only see women as either an object or a compliment, like a trophy to add on to you, then yeah, your success is going to look for that. Your success is going to look for like, I need a new level of objectivity. Who can I objectify at the $1 million mark? Because I can only take advantage and objectify, these girls in this lounge at this amount of money. But now I got this money. I can objectify the girls at the red carpet party. You know what I'm saying? The Grammy party. So you're still objectifying. It's just a different level of it. Yeah. And then when you look at yourself and look at women, it's just like an object to adorn you. Like, do you make me look better? Then yeah, you're gonna think that when you get more money. You're gonna think like, cause that's all they're there for. It's like, yo, I'm fly, you ain't. Right. I gotta step you up. Right. I'll be honest. When we moved to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? We was young, and my wife got to look around like, we want something out here. Like, he just went to Walmart and the wolves is out. You know what I'm saying? So, Walmart. You know what I mean? Atlanta was there, so she, it was like, hey, we can have that real talk conversation where it's like, hey, that don't even sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get it together in these particular areas. But that wasn't pressure I'm putting on her. It's just her going to be like, all right, I see what's happening. And it was out there today. She's like, all right.
I can tell how homeboy be rubbing his hands every time he talk about these subjects. You know what I mean? He really used to get it in. He really still be having some fiend moments. You know what I'm saying? Tell me this boy don't be having them fiend moments. He don't be having them. I think he do. Hey, his temptation is heavy.
I got because for reference, these guys have both been married for at least 15 years. I think 15 when you look right at it. How many of you? 24. Okay, so it is a group of guys.
They're looking for long-term relationships. They're hoping to be in those long-term relationships as you guys are.
For sure.
And right now they are engaging in serious dating, looking for the long-term commitment. And maybe they haven't found their woman, and they're thinking, well, in between time for me finding the right woman, I can still kind of dabble in the streets until I find the right one.
Yeah.
So how important, or is sexual discipline important before you get married?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, practically, I'm gonna let you answer this, but I'll just say this: there's a practical and then there's a spiritual. So I'll say practically, there's benefits to abstinence and abstaining, right? But then there's also, what do you subscribe to spiritually? Because if you really believe what you say you believe spiritually, like you're accountable to that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
What I would say, because I was a young adult pastor for 4 years, counseled over 4,000 hours. You name a situation a young adult could be going through in the dating season, I was in the throes of it with them, so I understand how to help them navigate this. What I realize is that most people don't understand the practical side of the discipline and how it impacts your long-term relationship if you're seeking to get married. Now, if you're an individual that never wants to be married, you're on this polyamorous type deal, and you listening to some studies about how we were always meant, men are just wired to have multiple women, and society is the one that tried to bring us into just having these monogamous relationships, then you're gonna tune me out right now, right?
Eat your red pill and tune them out.
Right. But here's the thing. If you're saying I want exclusivity with one person for the rest of my life, then while you are single and in that dating process, you are training your body on how it's going to respond once you get married. If you hold all the way up to I do, don't think those words convinced your body to stay monogamous. That is not the damn case. If you hold all the way up to I do, you meant it with your mind, your body gonna say, I'm sick of this vagina.
Because they hold to the bachelor party.
What? right?
They say I got it all in my system.
Yeah, right. And you didn't. You got it out for the next 18 months before you have the affair with your coworker. You got it out for the first 24 months before you got online and found an escort that you liked, because you've been following her IG and she giving everybody head. You like, I want in on that. I stay current.
I'm like, this happened?
Right. So what I'm saying is, you have to discipline your body while you are single. You abstaining from sex as a single person is actually showing honor to the spouse you haven't even met yet. Because what you're saying is, I believe, all things being equal, that we're going to have a rich and fulfilling sex life. But in the event that I have to live out the worst part of my vows, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor, till death do us part. In the event that I have to walk out the worst part of our marriage, I'm already disciplining my body to be able to deal with that. If you fall ill for an extended period of time and you're not even capable of being intimate with me, my body hasn't been so all over the place that I won't be able to pull it back in, because I trained it as a single person.
I don't know, man. This is starting to sound like some women. Yo, does this sound like some women talking right now? I'm messing with you. Hey, man, what this man is talking about is, it speaks volumes. You know what I mean? When you, it does, the type of discipline that you need is, you have to build that before you actually get into that relationship and marriage, especially. you have to build that up. So he's speaking with facts, you know what I'm saying? But he, you know what I mean, it just sounded a little funny. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Hey, if y'all go ahead, if y'all like that video, you know, speaking positive, speaking life into women, speaking life into people, like to have that nuclear home and have that unit, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, man. Hey, I'm out.